we don't have to retrofit old structures and old processes in the way that maybe the global north has to walk into this more responsible, circular, maybe not fast, maybe not slow, more medium, as you've said, world. It's going to take a bit of innovation, a bit of imagination. The continent is primed to do it because there are these craft legacies all across the continent that can both protect, like I said, certain legacies, as well as provide viable jobs and professions for people. What does it look like? I think it's going to take government policy. It's going to take the industry. It's going to take local makers, entrepreneurs, young people, educators. Again, it's a broader ecosystem. The global north hasn't done this through one industry. You've got great government policy that supports trade, that protects the IP of local industries or innovations, education institutions, that prepare the next generation to be, meaningful contributors to their society. And then you have infrastructure that means people don't have to just struggle every day just to live. We've seen examples of it being done right now. So I think it can be done on the continent here as well.
Is this theory around consumption as infrastructure, which is the part where we tend not to focus on, that there's a certain mindset for the African around whether they would buy something that is African. And it goes back, we can trace it back to colonialism and the structures around the mindset. But if that aspect does not get worked on and fixed, you can do all the hard work, you can put on all the factories and everything, and you would still not succeed because you would not get the demand, the consumption that is necessary to make you succeed. So we can look at the population dynamics and say Africa is going to grow 2050, 1 out of every 3 human beings on the planet is going to be African. But if you don't fix the consumption, that population will be consuming products that are not African because they are not wired and designed for that kind of consumption.
You lean into what you have, right? You lean into what you're already good at, and you find ways to innovate on that space, to increase the quality, which I think if you can do that, it should naturally increase some of the demand. For the continent, if the skill level is there to be able to say, look, we can compete with Turkey or China or USA or Portugal or wherever it may be, or India, wherever it may be, on these particular processes and aspects, I'm like, that's what we should develop. Again, we should lean in. I'm a big advocate of us leaning into the heritage we already have, whether it's, basket weaving or cloth weaving, be the best, keep innovating on these traditions so that you stay at the forefront, even of just your own craftsmanship.